Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Okay, I had this ready and then it wasn't. Showing blood sugar at 6.3. It's actually 5.7, so we'll get going. Current active insulin is 0.35 of the unit, fully calibrated, and looks pretty good last night. What's this? At around 11, or maybe 9:30, I dropped quite low. This here, going straight up, is glucagon doing its job. And then coming back down to where I had a pretty stable night and a good night's rest. Time in range is 85%, which means 14% above 10 millimoles. 85% time in range, 1% I was below 3.9. Average sugar in millimoles per liter is 7.9. Yay, pretty good. Today, I want to discuss how moods affect your blood sugar. And I entitled this one, My Moods. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. It's obvious for me now that moods affect my blood sugar. No, that's wrong. Blood sugar affects my moods. Years ago, I was running high all the time, just 14 to 15, was pretty normal. Didn't really have a care in the world. Or what I thought. I thought, yeah, I'm a nice guy. But I guess sometimes I was just nippier than hell. Let me modify something. There we go. But that's not good for relationships. People are going to start thinking you're an ass. Pardon the three-letter word. So, another reason, we've talked about how blood sugars can affect your health, complications, and now moods. A lot of times when I was trading years ago, I would run into problems when I was high blood sugar. Not really wanting to do the training. It was sort of like, oh my God, I don't really want to do this. And let's just get over, we'll go for fun times. We'll have some fun with it. But looking back at it now, it was like, I had a job to do. when my blood sugars were great, I was damn well better at it than when my blood sugars. 'Cause when my blood sugars were high, it was, I don't really want to where I'm low. Oh God, yes. Oh God, gotta find everything. Oh no, gotta look at everything. Don't let that happen to you. You will find so much more energy. You will be in a better place. And what do I mean by being in a better place? Just your mental health. And I'm not saying if your blood sugars are high, you're going to be locked up in an insane asylum. That's not what I'm saying. Now, I know if something gets me upset, and I mean like truly down that, something that gets me really angry, then my blood sugars will rise. And then I might hold on to things a bit longer. So, what's the point? Having your blood sugars so out of control that you're doing this, people are not going to know where you're coming from. That could affect your marriages, your work relationships. Sorry, just these. I don't know, it's still there. It's just the hair, I guess. It's right there, that little piece. It's just part of her mustache. But don't fall into the trap of, oh, my blood sugars. When people used to say, oh, you've really got to control your blood sugars. Yeah, right. You know, I would get so... I'll be right back. Sorry, had a sneezing fit. But a lot of times people would say, oh, you really gotta get yourself into control. And I was like, yeah, right. I was so out of it. The last time I saw my group of high school kids I hung with, they were sort of like a family-friendly group. And what I mean by that is, you know, they went to church and one had a farm and we were all invited out there. And I must have forgotten to take my insulin. I took my insulin when I got home that night, and I was so violently ill. I assumed someone thought I was sick, drunk. I wasn't. My blood sugar got high. I didn't take the right amount of insulin. So, a lot of misconceptions about who you truly are can happen. And it's really quite easy to fix. Now, I'm not saying just go and take a whole bunch of insulin. That's going to solve everything. In fact, it's probably going to cause more problems. We were moving the next day. And I took a shot, and out of quite a high amount of insulin. And I woke up the next day, I was feeling good. I got out of there, and things were wonderful. But who knew? That blood sugars were playing such a tight role on my blood sugars and what was happening with them. I think the two are intertwined. I relatively don't let things get to me, but if they really truly get down, my blood sugar can go through the roof. I could go all night I was working graveyard, so I would go through all nights. My blood sugar would be great, stable, and then something happened or that would get me really mad, like the boss would say something or whatever. My blood sugar would go through the roof, and it would take hours, even days, to bring it down. It's probably a good thing I would go home and go to bed, because if I had to deal with people after that, the higher sugars would have started the moods, and looking back on it, some people might call it holding grudges. I don't think I really hold grudges. A lot of times it's the sugar. The sugar affects your moods, your mental health. Now that I try to hit a better blood sugar range, I'm more happier. I'm more go-lucky. I don't let things bother me. But wait, does that have things to do with my blood sugar? Or is that just coming of age? Could be. I've heard so many people say, well, things don't bother me the way they used to. But I know that over the years, blood sugars have played a role in my moods. I've told the stories of where I used to go into the hospital, get treated for my diabetes, come out, and for the first week, 2 weeks, I did everything perfect. My blood sugar was just ideal, but then I'd slip up. One day I forgot to take insulin, or I ran out of insulin. Trust me. And I would snap at family, friends. So sugar does play a role. I think it affects all of us differently. So what do we need to do? 1, control our blood sugars. It's so easy to blame other people. oh, all those other people don't really understand. Well, maybe it's us, and if we take control of our blood sugar, you'll find life goes so much easier. So, maybe I'll add this to my Control 2024 playlist. We haven't done an update for a while, so. And with that, remember, moods and sugar are tied together. Normal blood sugars, you start to see the true you. And it's all in all a better place to be. And with that, have a great day. We'll talk later. Bye. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.